It's time to face off with the great morel mushroom. Can it be done? Can it be grown? A while back we took on the shiitake mushroom and we made it dance. Now we're going to show you 7 methods we use to grow these morels right here on this inner city urban farm. We're going to show you everything from grain spawn to spore mass slurry. At the store, morels are selling for $337 a pound. Here we got them here, $337 dried. Morels, I don't think so. We're gonna make our own. We're gonna start with some rye grains. You can use any number of grains. Just gonna pour them in there, like that.
Lot of mushrooms. We'll show you where there's a lot of bunch of morel mushrooms.
Where?
Over by the asparagus.
Where else? Let's go.
On the bamboo.
Let's go.
This is big. This one's big. Right here. That one. And look at that huge one right there. It's cool.
Where? Go show me.
That one right there, that's huge, is cool.
Our bowl's overflowing.
Go give me that bowl. Asher.
2 bowls.
Last.
All right. Okay, what's next? We got more. Take that bowl, Asher. We got more.
I don't know. Let's look. Ah, yeah.
Yeah, baby, pick one. Okay, put that there. Okay, get that one.
There, more.
Oh, leave that. Yeah, there you go. Okay, let's go see under here.
I can get these.
Okay, way under there, you see it?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to crawl underneath there. All right. Oh, more.
One more.
More.
One more. I can't get the other 2.
Is there 2 more?
Yeah, but I can't get them.
All right.
There might be some under here. I don't know. Let's look together. Oh my, look at all these. Let's get this guy.
Pinch it. All right.
There's one.
Oh, another one.
Oops. Okay, where's there more? Behind here? Look, behind here. Kiki. Over there. A bunch. I can get one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Way back there, you see all those? Boom, 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 boom. You got 1, 2, 3, and in between here, 4, 5 back there, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, give me that. Get him. Oh, what else? Where else? Get him. Hold on, stop, just a second. Let me get down there. Okay, what do you got? Okay, yeah, and that one, yeah. Okay, what, that one? Another one. Okay, awesome.
What's under there?
No, they're ready to pick.
Are those good ones?
Yeah. Can we pick them right now? Hey. Oh, three. Yeah. There's one right here. This one right here is a morel, and all this stuff we're finding is all this stuff that we're finding that we think are morels. They are morels, okay? Right, there's a bush. No one's going in a bush.
Those are great.
Good job.
There.
Boom. Good job.
Oh, this is ready to pick. Right there and right there. These are the ones by the air conditioner.
Oh, yeah. Look at them. Right by the air conditioner. Perfect spot.
That needs a little bigger, and that one's on
Oh, I found another one.
right there. Right there.
There's 2.
Right there. And they're not morels, but they are mushrooms. mushrooms. Look how big they get. Can we pick it?
All right, so we've added some flour to the morels, now some wood chips, and we're gonna blend it up and make a green shake. No, seriously, we're gonna lightly blend up a few of these fresh morels, then pour the slurry of billions of spores all over the yard, especially in shaded areas that will retain moisture longer. But first, we're gonna brew this slurry in a 5-gallon bucket with some filtered water and 2 tablespoons of unsulfured molasses and a tablespoon of salt, and let this brew with an air stone for 24 to 48 hours. The molasses serves as early food for the mycelium to begin to grow. Sometimes we add a little seaweed fertilizer. The salt serves to slow down bacteria growth. The air stone keeps the brew from going anaerobic. Sometimes we add some rye grains because we want that mycelium to find a happy home within the moist grain in case of an early dry spell before it has a chance to enter the soil. After this brew is ready and billions of spores have begun to grow, then we dilute the batch over 20 more buckets that we will add additional ingredients to before adding it to the soil. Even if we diluted this over 20 buckets, there'd still be 1 billion spores in every bucket. We used to spray this onto areas and we had much better results by diluting it over buckets because that extra water will take it down into the cracks and crevices, down to the soil where it won't dry out. We're going to add a few extra ingredients this year. We're going to add a tablespoon of, this is wood ash that hasn't been rained on. And that's the key. If it's been rained on, most of the ingredients you need have been leached out. So you want to get it fresh out of the stove. You don't want to go to your ash pile. This will simulate a forest fire. You know, morels spring up after forest fires. One of the best places to find them. This wood ash will bring the pH up and bring the acidity down and make those morels, bow, come out of the ground. Nope, that one's already got it, so that one. Then just add some wood mulch. Here we've got billions of morel spores in this bucket, and we got 20 other buckets just like it. We're just soaking these wood chips that we're getting ready to spread over next to our perennials. Here we're doing a test inoculation of morel slurry. Looks like. Here I pulled back some of this wood mulch about 5 days later, and we're already starting to get some mycelium growth. Right, I needed my macro lens, but right on the edges of the original sawdust, it's starting to grow some mycelium. You can see those white strands right there. This is the morel spawn. It has completely spawned out. It's been about 10 weeks, and it's spent 2 weeks in the refrigerator. You can see how it's completely spawned down to here. Stay tuned for part 2 next week, where we show you how to make grain spawn from store-bought spores and more methods we are using. In the meantime, check out the progress we're making on this 20,000 square foot makerspace we're building in the hood. Create Space. Create Space is a place that brings the community together to learn, to make, to grow. It's a place where there's nothing you can't make. A 24/7 hub of invention, inspiration, incubation, and mentorship. It's the laboratory that we never had